Okay, this is an interior tour and cold start of my 1968 Ford Galaxie 500 convertible. I'm going to start with the dashboard here. You can see down there I put a clock in. It does work, but it's all original and it does not keep good time. It runs very fast, so you have to kind of reset it every so often. Currently it's about 4:30. So there you go. Let's see. This is the steering wheel. Got to lean way back. Oh, these here. This is a set of handicapped hand controls. I have no legs, so I need them to drive. I will remove them before the buyer takes possession of the car. The gas pedal had to be removed, but I have it. I can put it back. I will put it back. Or I can leave them in. If you want a set of handicapped hand controls, I'll sell them with the car. So, yeah. There is the gear vendor's overdrive. That's the controller for it. Up here on the shifter is the button to turn it on and off while you're driving. There really wasn't a better way to mount that, and it needs to be available to you while you're driving. So maybe you can find a better place for it. This is the AM/FM stereo radio. That's a factory original. It's not the one that came with the car. The car was originally equipped with AM only. I found this radio in a junkyard, took it out, I cleaned it up. It worked fine for about a year and then it quit. So I sent it off to vintageautoradio.com and they replaced all of the guts with modern electronics. So it works quite well. It has an input. It has a line input, 3/8 inch, is that right? Whatever this is. One of these little one of these things. You can plug it into your phone, you can plug it into this satellite radio, whatever you want to do, and it works. Can't get that going back there. There we go. Let's see, what else? Oh, yeah, down here, you can see I cut the carpet a little too short when I put it in. My fault. That's the brains of the gear vendor's unit. That takes input from the various sensors that are on the gear vendors. All of these wires under here, you can't see them really when you're driving, except for that, which goes up to the satellite radio. See, when you're sitting here looking at the dashboard, you don't see all those wires. They were all too long, and I didn't really want to cut them and solder them and all that stuff. Maybe you can do that if you really want to. But whatever. Let's see what else. Door panels. Those are recreations, just like the originals from SMS Fabrics out in, where are they? Oregon, I think. These are original. They've been vinyl dyed back to the original color. Factory speaker grills covering Boston acoustic speakers in the front doors here. Also, I put in some shoulder harnesses. These are not factory original. These came out of a 68 Galaxie sedan parts car. You can Velcro that there like that. Back seat. The upholstery on the seats, front and rear, has been replaced. These have not. These are original, and you can definitely tell a difference. They're not torn up, so I figured why bother replacing them. Let's see what else. Top convertible liner, and that's the boot. That's the cover. That blue thing is the cover that goes over the top when you put the top down. Oh, window handles. This right here. That's missing. It's not missing. I have it. It just broke off. It's in the ashtray. Oh, speaking of the ashtray, it works, but this rail here is broken, so it's kind of floppy. But it works fine. It doesn't come open when you're driving. It actually is pretty stiff going in and out. Glove box. That sticks. There we go. Okay. Let's see. I have an owner's manual. So there you go. 68 Ford owner's manual. It is not the one that came with the car. I purchased it on eBay. Belonged to somebody in, I think, Indiana. Kansas. Independence, Kansas. That is not this car. But it is a 68. So it's the same year. It's the same owner's manual. It's all good. Got some receipts in here. Some extra fuses. Oh. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a window stop. Oops. That goes inside the door somewhere. I don't have any problems with the windows, so speaking of windows, they go up and down just fine. I replaced the window regulator in the driver's side window. It goes up and down more easily. But it's still, you know, they're all good. Let's see, what else? Another vinyl dyed original armrest. Okay, I think that's about it with the interior. It has been 4 days since I've started this car. Well, 3 days. Sunday afternoon, it's now Wednesday afternoon. So, we have to kind of crank it a little bit to get the fuel to pump up to the engine. Oh, that's another thing. That buzzing you hear is the electric vacuum pump for the brake booster. The camshaft does not allow the engine to generate enough vacuum. It only generates about 14 inches of vacuum. So in order to get the requisite 18 inches, I had to install a vacuum pump, so it pumps up the brake booster. Oh, anyway, okay, so what I was saying is the shifter linkage is a little loose, and as it sits, it kind of, you know, it starts out up here and then it kind of falls gradually. So when you try to start the car, nothing happens. That's the neutral safety switch. You just gotta bump it up. Whoa! Wow! I didn't even pump the gas. Okay, let's do that. Blue light is the cold light. You don't want to drive it real hard while the cold light is on. It goes off after a couple minutes. There's the gear vendor unit. I'm going to do a driving video in the not too distant future, so you'll see how that works. Wipers. Windshield washer works, but the bottle has a leak, so it all drains out as soon as you fill it up. I had a bottle around here somewhere, I don't know where it went. Headlights. High beam. Dang it, hang on. High beam, there you go. This switch here in the hand controls, that does the high beams for me because I can't do the ones on the floor down there. those still work. Oh, God, I'm dying from exhaust. Let me turn this off. Woo! Yeah, these things, the exhaust stinks. Anyway, the hand controls have the high beam switch up here, and you saw when I first flipped it on, the headlights just went completely out. That's because of this switch here. That's not a fault with the car. This switch has a dirty contact in it, and you have to flip it a couple of times when you first turn the headlights on. Anyway, oh, the headlights themselves, the current does not go through that switch anymore. I put a couple of relays under the hood, and so now when you turn them on, there are relays that click on under the hood that actually drive the headlights. You may be able to hear that. You hear that? I don't know if you could hear that or not. But anyway, so I think that's about it. Interior tour and cold start. If you have any questions, please post them at the bottom. Oh, you probably want to hear the radio. Here we go.
Romantics on 97 won the River Atlantis Classic Hits with Katie Kiley. I thought today was going to be a calm day, and I've got everything going on while everybody's...
So that's that. That's the FM radio. This is the Sirius satellite radio. When we're in the garage, it oftentimes will not pick up a signal. We shall see. Now, see, acquiring signal. Oh, updating channels. Maybe I should have done this before. How unprepared I am. Well, that's going to take forever. So, trust me, it works. When you're not in the garage, it works fine. Oh, and it comes with a lifetime subscription, so no monthly payments on that. And the way to use it, I've got this button set here. It takes the tuner all the way over to the left, and then that activates this line input here. This thing. Right there. So that's pretty much that. And we can go back to where it was.
Lottery, Mega Millions players
the presets work. It still uses the mechanical tuner, but it's digital internally. So when you tune it, you can hear.
There's the tunnel excuse.
It kind of instantly jumps to the next station.
BMW X1 drivers. If you're in the all-new BMW,
you hear that? It doesn't fade out. It instantly jumps as you turn it. Kind of cool. Anyway, that's the radio. The radio is powered. The speakers are powered by an Alpine 4-channel amp, which is mounted in the back, right here, behind the back seat. I don't know if you can see that or not. There you go. Get that out of the way. It's a little dusty, but it works. Okay, so that's that. If you have any questions, post them in the comments section below. Thanks.